If nobody sees it, it didn't happen. That was the words of the character James Whitey Bulger, a real infamous organized crime figure from the Boston area, portrayed in the movie Black Mass by Johnny Depp. It's what he told his young son at the dinner table when his son told him, "I got in trouble for punching a kid in the face." And he said, "No, you didn't. You got in trouble because you punched him where other people could see it. If nobody sees it, it didn't happen." That is George Orwell about controlling the past. Because to effectively lie about what happened in the past, you have to act now, in the present, to erase or minimize or get rid of the evidence that disproves your lie about what happened before. Erase the past and control the future. Well, at the National Park Service under the new administration, they decided to make some changes suggesting that white people were as important as Harriet Tubman in the Underground Railroad. On the Underground Railroad page, there used to be an image of Harriet Tubman, and below that image was a quote of hers. "I was the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years, and I can say what most conductors can't say. I never ran my train off the tracks, and I never lost a passenger." How was that changed? Well, Harriet Tubman's picture was replaced by 5 postage stamps with images on each one. And they had her image on one, and they also had 2 images of white people. White people definitely assisted in the Underground Railroad, but apparently diversity and inclusion is okay when we're putting white people into a space that is essentially lived in and experienced by black people. Now, the introduction with Tubman's picture told of the resistance to enslavement through escape and flight. It referred to the efforts of enslaved African Americans to gain their freedom by escaping bondage. It said wherever slavery existed, there were efforts to escape. The revised introduction, the one with the 5 postage stamps, it stressed that this was one of the most significant expressions of the American civil rights movement during its evolution over more than 3 centuries. The word slavery appears nowhere in that new introduction. Now, the Washington Post spoke to Andrew Dimer, a professor at Towson University, who said that white abolitionists definitely supported the Underground Railroad, but the changes distorted the truth. He said, overall, the revisions seek to emphasize harmony and unity and de-emphasize conflict in a way that is out of step with how historians have written about the Underground Railroad in recent decades. Why did they make these changes? Think about it. And join me again for part 2 of the series.